Okay, welcome everybody to Kim's video journal. It has been quite a gap between our last one, so much for it being on a weekly thing that we were supposed to do, and it now seems to have slowly slipped into being monthly now.
And I'm not the one with alzheimer's, and you're the one that should be reminding me.
I know, but typical to me, it's gets sidetracked with lots of other things. So today's date is the 10th of May 2021. We do our usual, which is to go through our questions for Kim, then her reading from a little book, and then chat about hopefully some things that's gone on during the last month, or that's on Kim's mind, or what she remembers, all the usual. So here we go. So questions. What is your name?
Kim Tolton.
How old are you?
57.
What is your date of birth?
22nd of July. 1963.
Who are you talking to?
My husband Steve.
How many children do you have?
4.
And what are their names?
Leslie and Christopher, Carly and Michael.
What season are we in?
Early spring.
What are your grandchildren's names?
Alfie, Alea, Corey, Mia. I've forgotten someone.
Sky.
Sky.
It's okay. What's your favourite colour?
Orange.
Name a fruit beginning with the letter P.
Fruit. Pineapple.
What was your last job?
I was an advanced nurse practitioner caring and managing patients with bowel cancer.
What year is it presently?
Um, 2021.
What was the song you danced with your granddad?
Green River.
Right, arithmetic. What is 100 take away 3?
93.
What was the name of yours and Sean's pony?
Angus.
What is your favourite hobby?
Horse riding.
What town do we presently live in?
Bridge.
What day is Christmas Day?
22nd of December.
Hold up 3 fingers. Name a Carpenter's song you like to sing.
I'm on top of the world.
Okay, next to you have your book, Rosa's Thai Cafe. It's opened up at the introduction. There are 9 subjects. Can you read them out?
Small bites, salads, soups, curries, stir fries, something I can't see it, and rice, and sweet things.
Okay. So it's basically trying to remember what's been going on for the last month or so.
Well, not a lot really, was there? Because we had COVID, stay at home, stay at home, stay at home.
So one thing you've had,
I have had my first vaccination, COVID vaccination. So I did have that, and I had quite a reaction to it. It took ages for it to the bump to come down. But never mind, it's worth it, and I wouldn't not have it. I went back to horse riding only recently.
we've had about 4 weeks of it. It's beginning of April, because it was like the start of the lockdown, wasn't it? You got through your first week okay, but then something happened on the second week.
On the second week, Raph was a little bit full of it all, and the gardener was in doing loads of stuff whilst I was in school with my teacher, and we'd finished the lesson, but I was still sitting on him, but I didn't have the reins in control of the reins, because we'd left him on a long line, which in hindsight I should have thought about, but I do have alzheimer's. And the gardener dragged a huge piece of black tarp across the courtyard, and he just went. And I ended up on the floor and got a fractured shin. Yes, it's still healing, and it's still sore, especially when the dogs jump on top of it. But that's the risk you take when you ride horses, and I've ridden horses since I was a young girl, and I've been unhorsed many times over the years. But I'm getting a bit older, and yeah, I have to think about those things. But thankfully, the floor in the school was all nice and soft and fluffy, and so the landing was relatively soft. However, my back went into spasm big time, and I think I'm a little bit worried as I was screaming. Yeah, they settled quite quickly, didn't it? And I was back riding the next week. I would be lying if I said I don't get a little bit more anxious when I go, because I think because he's on the first ride of the day, I think, and especially as it's spring and he's full of it all, and yeah, so I'm just a bit more aware now, rather than just accepting that he's a very good boy.
So what are they hoping to do with you with the riding at the moment?
So, before lockdown, we'd been told that the National Riding for Disabled Championships was going to stop. It wasn't going to happen this year. However, they've reviewed that since the lockdown changes, and they're looking at doing video submissions to enter into the dressage competition. So I've been working on that.
It's taken a bit longer than usual.
Yeah.
What is it you're having problems with?
My eyes. My sight is really deteriorated, and it makes it much more challenging.
It's just one section of it, probably more than anything else. It's finding the letter
X.
So just practicing on that, isn't it, each week?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about accuracy in dressage.
Which isn't very good for someone who's registered as a...
Severely sight impaired.
So you're doing your best.
Yeah.
And then we got a new addition to the family.
Oh yes, Angus. Angus is our, I can't say he's a camper van, but he is a...
Can you remember?
He is a disabled, accessible, wheelchair accessible, isn't it? Wheelchair accessible vehicle.
That's it.
And it has a automatic ramp in it that whirs up and whirs down, and I can just sit in the seat and it will whir me up and it will whir me down.
But not at the moment, because at the moment you're able to get into the front seat, aren't you?
At the moment I can manage to get my bum up onto the seat because it's just about at my level.
So why are we using that vehicle at the moment?
We're using this vehicle with a hope of being able to get out and meet some of our family that we've not been able to
But it's
see
not.
for a
That's not the
while.
main reason.
And we would just want to be able to get out and about, and also because I can only go about 30 minutes before I need to go to the loo, because I've had a spinal injury in the past. Things don't work in that department very well. So yeah, it means we've got a toilet in there as well. So it doesn't matter how quickly I say to him, stop, or pull over, I need a wee. We can basically have a pee or whatever on the side of the road.
So we've only done little short trips, haven't we, at the moment?
We have.
Sort of testing it out. So where have we gone?
Been to Malden a few times. And first time we took a packed lunch, didn't we? And then the second time we got fish and chips. Well, not fish and chips, scampi and chips. And then this most recent one, we did a packed lunch, didn't we? Salad. And it was a really nice day. It was quite warm, wasn't it? And it was, and just as we left, I think the rain came down, didn't it?
And we tried going somewhere else, didn't we? So I think because places were being open, we went to some place for a farmer's market. Do you remember that?
Yeah. In
Can you remember?
that was in Malden.
No. I
No.
think where Charlotte lives. I think your mum and dad went there for chips one time. It's a coastal. No? Burnham.
Oh, Burnham. Oh yeah, Burnham Mum Crouch. I should have remembered that.
That's it. We were so excited to go, and we went in there, and how many stalls were there?
2. But one of them was the best vegan pizza ever. Absolutely pucker.
You loved that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really good.
I think there was a sausage bloke, which I bought some sausages. The pizza bloke. I think there was one stall that had natural medicines or creams and that, and
But it was
a pie place, and that was it.
It was the first
Oh,
time
yeah, so
after lockdown.
that's something we hope to do. Oh, and where else have we been to on weekends?
Now,
Somewhere close, where you had hot chocolate and something else.
There's on a weekend, I can't remember her name. But she does cakes, and she does a really good vegan apple cake. It's divine, and I had that with a hot chocolate. Especially when it was colder.
That's
I
right.
don't do the cold, and my feet are always cold. I hate it.
That was over at Marsh Farm, wasn't it? Right on the edge of the river.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, and if you're lucky, we get a bit of the tide like coming in or out as well. Even when it's really cold, I don't mind just sitting in the van watching, because it's just a change of scenery.
Mm.
And we had fish and chips a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
I get very frustrated at times, so poor old Steve gets it. I think he got it today, really. I get very frustrated that I can't do what I used to be able to do. It feels slowly but surely little bits of me is disappearing, and will never come back.
Well, that's what this is for, isn't it? Oh, you're doing something next week? We're doing another
research program. Can't remember what it's for now.
I think it's more to do with cognitive, and I've got it written down. So, but it's to do with the UCLA,
University College London. See, I can remember that. Only because I've been there.
been part of your nursing and stuff.
Yeah, when I was.
But that's more online, isn't it? So I think that you'll be one of the first PCAs.
I am the first PCA.
Because the program's designed around.
They said they're going to do it, but they'll be trialing it.
Yeah, it's a computer game or something. So I think they're going to give it a go to see how it affects. So at least they can cover one of the rare forms of Alzheimer's.
I can't see it working very well personally, but
we'll see how it goes.
And you think I can put a cup down, turn away, and look back, and I can't see what I was looking at before.
Or you bring things into the living room that you didn't bring in, like spoons.
Yeah.
And you swear blind you did.
Hey ho. be awkward and have two different types of Alzheimer's disease.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We're just waiting for the weather to warm up, really, aren't we?
We are. Steve is really keen to try and get something fit into the van so that we've got like a little shelf that we can put things on. All the workmen are doing jobs that are going to earn them more money because obviously workers have been really impacted, haven't they, for tradesmen, and so they're obviously trying to go for the bigger jobs.
Well, it's the same here, isn't it? Because we've still got to get the work on the back of the...
I'm very sorry, if you can hear a terrible noise, the two boys have just thought they've heard a fox or something in the garden.
Probably next door's dog barking. But you've got the work still to be done on the house. We're still waiting for that to be done.
Still waiting for the subsidence people to...
And we've still got fencing to wait to be done.
To get the subsidence sorted. And we're waiting for fencing. Apparently there's a nationwide shortage of fencing.
Keep talking.
I don't know what else to say. I need you to prompt.
Ready? Just up.
It's alright, Steve's just sorting them out. So sorry. Schnauzers are very vocal, I'm afraid.
Is there anything you're still missing or wanting to do, or...?
Well, I don't think we've finished my bucket list yet.
I suppose it's going out, isn't it, for meals? Trouble is with the COVID,
I don't want to be in a restaurant.
No, but this time of year you'd have outside, but I'm talking about with all of your favourite places have shut down in Chelmsford, isn't it?
No, what was it called?
Cafe
Rouge. And they've gone bust.
They haven't gone bust, they've just closed down because of COVID.
That was such a lovely restaurant, and they did some amazing vegan food. Absolutely amazing. And I really loved the ambience of it, and I miss going to my shows. Not that I can really follow them, but I just enjoy the sounds.
That's it, isn't it? It's the music and everything. And being outside. We've got a new bench out in your little area.
Yeah, Steve made me a beautiful Zen garden.
Which we did last year.
Yeah, and
you've got a nice Japanese bench to sit on out there now.
a nice Japanese bench. And
what have you been doing out on there?
I meditate out there if the weather's nice. Otherwise I have to do it indoors. I do like meditating, especially when I'm feeling quite anxious. It's a good way of calming me down. Just clearing my mind. Today was a bit of a teary day. Don't really know why, but some days I think it's more a case of I know that bits of me, I'm losing bits of me that I can't regain. And Steve is doing more of the things that I always used to do, and I've always loved to do. I've always loved baking and cooking, and doing those things are almost, they're just impossible for me to do now. Independently, Steve has to be there, or somebody else has got to be there. If anything happened to him and he went into hospital, I'd have to live off of blooming sandwiches until somebody could get some shopping to me. But even then I won't be able to cook the bloody meals.
Well, we get Meals on Wheels for you, hun. Ready cooked. Like they do for the 90-year-olds. Or your dad can come round. He does all the cooking now.
No. He doesn't even believe veganism is a thing.
I can't think of anything else. I think that seems to be...
But on the plus side, I have dropped a size in my dress size, which is really good. And I continue to do all my exercise.
Yeah, still doing all of that.
That's really important for me, my exercise.
I think anything else, there's no other changes. Your sleep patterns are good. There's nothing about that we're worried about.
Except when I haven't been outside for a long time. And thankfully I had a GP review at the same, or virtually at the same time, and they sent a message saying that my vitamin D levels were dangerously low. So I had to hike up my dosages.
Your eating's still good. Your drinking's, fluid intake's still good. Nothing there to worry about still. Just wait and see.
I miss my grandchildren desperately. And I don't know how I feel about hugging now. And I think that's kind of national. I think so many people are going to be more cautious about hugging.
You just have quick hugs. That's the way you feel, huh? See how it goes.
Until I'm fully vaccinated, I won't be comfortable. That's how I feel.
One step at a time.
I know. I'm just aware that there is a certain percentage of people out there that would just go silly and spoil it for us all again. I don't think I could stand another one, another lockdown.
As long as there's cake.
True. If there's cake, the world is okay.
Right, we've done quite a bit on this one, so I think we'll need to finish. It's gone on for a very long time, nearly half an hour. And what with Chester squeaking his toy, probably won't be able to hear anything else. So I think we'd better finish on that one.
We'll see you soon.
So thank you for listening, and we'll catch you on the next time. So
Ta-ta.
thank you, everyone.